Hello, my fellow Alaskans. I am glad to announce I finally made it back home. I am able to stream the very last part of it. They are in the final debate for House Bill 281. It is over $9 billion. They're debating on how to fund it, and they're working on the very last amendment for the day. Please like and share this video. Make sure more Alaskans get to hear. It's going to be fun to hear their comments at the final ending of all of this here. And it will be just a second. It looks like they went at ease here for just a moment. And but I think the most interesting one was amendment number 50 that I got to capture. I mean, we haven't missed much. We only missed like 3 amendments that they have discussed there on the floor. But amendment number 50 was to repeal some of the oil tax credits that they are giving to like the big 3. It was only a small portion of it, about 300 million of the $1 billion giveaway that they give them every year, and it failed to pass on a 10-10 vote. So it was literally stuck there in limbo. And so it was brought forward by Bill Wielechowski. There was amendment number 49 that was just before that. And it was to repeal $1 billion, the entire $900 million of, it was an amendment to that amendment. So it was number 50, but it was an amendment to the amendment that also failed. And, but you can really see, I'm really shocked to see Senator Hughes and Senator Myers voted to not repeal that $200 million giveaway that they had given them there. And if you're just joining us, please like and share. This is the live session going on down there in Juneau. I do appreciate you guys all joining us here this afternoon. Hopefully you got my announcement earlier today about the permanent fund dividend, that they're going to pay us a statutory PFD somewhere between $3,800 and $4,400 is going to be the end amount. What I failed to mention was that also through the Senate, they have passed the stimulus check too, so there would be another additional $1,300 on top of that. So right around $5,500 they supposedly are going to let us have this year. We'll have to wait and see what actually really does happen. I see his gavel there in his hand like he's about ready to start swinging again. Hard to say. Senator Natasha von Imhoff was one of the main reasons why this did not start at 9 o'clock this morning. She decided to grace the Senate back with her presence there today, and she's very upset that the permanent fund dividend had gotten passed, and she was trying to do everything in her power this morning, from my understanding, to prevent it and try to get that to change. But she already was making comments, especially to a lot of those that are the backers of a statutory PFD since day one and have never wavered on that point. She wanted to make sure that they all understood that when this goes to the House and the Senate Joint Committee, that she's going to make sure that it's adamantly going to be removed back out of there again. I understand that people like Tom Begich and Bert Stedman and Click Bishop and Senator Josh Revak are all standing in the back corner with Imhoff, working diligently to help make that agenda happen. There is also something else to take notice, that Senator Pete McChickey, the Senate president, he has been voting lockstep with Natasha von Imhoff today from the little bit I was able to capture from earlier. It explains a lot how he got into become the Senate president, and if all appearances, just by the votes all day yesterday and what I've seen him doing today, lockstep with Imhoff, excuse me, that he has been bought and paid for, and he will vote the way he is told to vote. He's not voting his conscience of what his constituents have asked him to vote. And that's pretty scary to be thinking the president that way. This gavelled in.
Please come back to order. I believe we're at wrap up. Oh, Senator Stevens.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I just need to talk about the problem of an unfunded budget, a budget out of balance. Our co-chairs have mentioned it several times. We've heard the problems that we face. And Mr. President, we find arguments in favor of a balanced budget throughout in statute, in our Constitution, and actually in precedent as well. So I just want to mention those briefly. In the statutory balanced budget, if you look at AS 37.07.014E3, that provides that the legislature shall adopt, revise, or initiate revenue measures in order to balance the succeeding fiscal year's budget and the capital improvements section of the budget for the succeeding years. So, Mr. President, it is clear in statute that a balanced budget, we shall have a balanced budget. In the Constitution, there's also support for a balanced budget. The Alaska Constitution addresses a balanced and sustainable budget. A couple of examples are Article 9, Section 8 of the Constitution provides that the state can only contract for debt for capital improvements by way of general obligation bonds, inferring that the budget will be balanced between spending and outcome. A second example is Article 9, Section 8 of the Constitution that provides that any short-term